I've been going through my analytics on YouTube, try and see what people are looking for. The most searched one was what's the best F1 simulator, or what's the best F1 game. If you guys wanted the best F1 game from F1, you might be a little bit disappointed. But if you're looking for the most just realistic, at least, I mean, not many people have driven an F1 car. I've certainly not. But compared to all the sims that I have tried, for me, this is by far the best. It's got the most detail to it. It's got the most dynamic range. You can actually get a little bit of slide in the car that most of the F1 games, a lot of people will say like you get stuck over the limit grip, and then when you do slide a little bit, it's just gone. In this, obviously, in the way F1 cars are designed, it's not easy to slide it really much at all, but you can catch it a little bit as long as you're not trying to get angle and do like a drift. What is it? You're probably not surprised. It's Assetto Corsa. Not just Assetto Corsa, but Assetto Corsa specifically the RSS mods, or at least that's the ones I've used. I have tried the VRC mods, I think is the other popular one. A lot of people really like that one. I don't know, I like the RSS one. It just feels good. Feels how I would imagine an F1 car would feel from the sim racing I have done. And also, as far as price is concerned, there's really nothing that even comes close to matching it. And there's a few other benefits to it being on Assetto Corsa, and one of those is you can get any F1 track you want. And that if you don't have Assetto Corsa mods, I don't know how to do it. There's loads of videos to get Content Manager. That's like the program people use. Content Manager makes it easy to kind of assort all the files, and you just click. You can even download them through the program itself, or you can just find one from Race Department or whatever one of the mod pages, and drag and drop it in, and most of the time it figures it out. I have been using, well, on and off, I've been using extended physics. Down here you can see. I don't know. I don't know what other people think. At first I thought there's not a huge difference. Then I played it the other day and I was like, whoa, that does feel different. Maybe it's nothing. It feels good both ways, but I'm gonna try that on for now. Yeah, like I was saying, the other benefit to it being on a Assetto Corsa is not only can you do Formula One tracks, but you can do any track. So now we have the Nordschleife, and not just any Nordschleife, the current weather Nordschleife. So I actually don't know. I'm in Iowa right now. Might be surprised to hear that considering the accent, but I have no idea what the weather is like. I'm not even sure. The UK is 6 hours different to Iowa, so Germany is maybe 8, 7, something like that. So I'm gonna find out with you guys what time it is. It's nighttime, and obviously there's no lights on a Formula One car. So we're gonna test this out. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so you can see the settings here. There's so many options of things that you can do, way more than the F1 games. We've got our MGUK, MGUH. What I'm going to attempt to do here, because it is going to be a longer lap than a normal Formula 1 lap, is put the MGUK recovery up, put the engine braking down, because I normally like a decent bit of engine braking, but you can use the MGUK recovery to get a bit of that effect. I've thought about the aero. Because the Nordschleife is so fast, I kind of want to go low aero, but at the same time, it's going to be really sketchy anyway. It's so bumpy. It's obviously not made for Formula One cars, so I'm not going to go all the way down. I guess maybe I could try setting 0, less draggy, a little more down. Okay, so we'll do the second nose type. This is another like insanely detailed part that I didn't even know they had in Formula One cars. You can change how much the differential is locking at different points of the corner, which is really cool. A closed diff or a high number here is going to make it's not going to want to rotate as much on corner entry. I like a bit more stability on corner entry, which is why I'm having it kind of mid. Actually, I'm going to bump it up a little bit more. Obviously, what comes with a bit less agility on turning is you do get the benefit of a bit more stability. So if you're braking hard, then maybe you want it a little bit closed. If you're just slowing down slightly for a fast corner, you might want that rotation, but it really just depends on the driving style. The diff preloads kind of a similar idea, apart from this is applied all the time. I vary how I run this. It really depends on the track, but yeah, it's mainly going to be how eager the car is to rotate. A really low differential preload is going to make the car really. I mean, the rear wheels are basically going to be spinning freely whenever you're off the gas. With a really high differential preload, it's going to be more like they're going to want to stick to the same speed. The camber, the toe, a little bit of toe out or negative toe this way would be the wheels pointing out slightly. That can help you with a little bit of turning. Pointing in is going to give you a bit more stability, so you might get a little bit of understeer, but you get some more stability too. And also toe in can help generate tire temperatures, which might have been a good idea because it's a long track, a lot of straights, very fast. In Formula One, they generate a lot of the tire heat through the really fast corners. Camber obviously is how much the wheels point inwards. So with the more camber you have, the idea is as the car loads up into the corner, the tire surface itself, although it's on a straight, you end up with a little bit not making contact. When you load up the weight in the corner, then it makes that full contact. So just the more camber, theoretically, the better you can go around corners. Obviously, that comes with the caveats of having less contact on the straight. So normally you get worse braking in a straight line. And actually, no, I don't want to stiffen it because the North Schleifer is really rough. It's a really rough circuit. So much so actually that we're gonna raise it because it's just so bumpy. And obviously in a car like this, that is gonna impact our downforce. So they like to be as low as possible. And as you can see from these numbers, the front is 70. I think it's millimeters, 70, and then at the back 110. So and that's rake how much the car is pointed, like the angle of attack. So that also increases the downforce too. They like the front to be as low as possible, and then the way the floor works is the diffuser raises up at the back. You get a low pressure zone there, and it kind of sucks itself to the ground without the drag that you would get with a standard wing. But yeah, as you can see, there's so much to play with here. I'm gonna just leave it as it is for now. Alright, I apologize for the almost certain quality drop in audio. As you've seen on my mic is a condenser mic that I like. It's probably the cheapest mic ever, but I got it given to me, so now we're using the headphone mic. Hopefully I can maybe save that in post, probably not though. And I've also got this. I thought, I don't know, when I watch sim races, I kind of like to see the pedal input, stuff like that. It's actually pretty responsive too. Okay, I've just realized how long this video is getting. I think I'm going to split it into two parts. I'll do the lap separately, but we'll just watch the first bit here so you can get an idea of like how it looks and drives. So I should say this is brightened up a lot from how it actually looked. I could not see shit. The track said it was 6 degrees Celsius, so I couldn't get the tires with the temperature. It really wasn't going that well. But all of those things are good, right? Like all of those things are what we want from an F1 game, that the extra bit of detail. And that's what I love about with Assetto Corsa with mods too. You can do the real time, real weather, and you get like these really cool experiences. I feel like everyone forgets they always leave the track conditions on optimum, but you don't really want optimum at least if you're looking for realism. I guess if you're doing just a hot lap, then yeah. But I really recommend getting one of the free RSS mods and having a feel. Go on a track, get it set up so it's not optimum or fast. Like you want a non-rubbered up track that you can go around and feel as the grip increases as you go around it, because that's a huge part of racing, and I feel like you miss out on that a lot with The F1 games don't do it particularly well, but just Sims in general, that it's always set up like optimum conditions, do the fastest lap, whatever, you know what I mean? But I think kind of one of the fun parts about driving is the difficult low grip conditions. Like this is a good example. But yeah, I'm going to split the rest of the video into I'll do the full lap, because I also want to talk a little bit about Formula One cars in AC Evo. So I'll leave a link to that video here if you want to go through. But I hope you enjoyed it. Go try out one of the free RSS mods. Let me know what you think, if it's realistic, or if there is another game that you think is way more realistic. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, until then, I'll see you next time.